Here, everything still looks very 2D, but they will soon bring the characters to life with a very important addition usually reserved for 3D animation: lighting. His team tested out a new method of lighting 2D characters and released a 2-minute, 30-second long proof of concept teaser back in 2015. The proof of concept looked good and secured them a deal with Netflix, but the process was too labor-intensive. So they partnered with a French company called Les Films de Poisson Rouge to help advance the technology, which they called CLAS, short for Klaus Light and Shadow. Poisson Rouge was able to make the tool much more efficient and easier for the artists to work with. The CLAS tool allowed the artists to paint with light, using a number of different types of lighting in various combinations, like key light and ambient light. With 3D CGI, light is added automatically to objects, but it's trickier with 2D.
But with lines, with drawings, the computer needs a certain level of AI to even understand that this line corresponds to this line, and this hand is also this hand.
The software tracks movement of the characters so the light and shadows will move with it. The program takes a very educated guess, but it's not 100% accurate, so the artists can go in and fine-tune it by hand. Painting with light allowed the artists to get creative, with details down to the tiniest reflections in their eyes, as you can see here. The team used lighting not only to make the characters feel more real, but also to help tell the story. For example, when Jesper is handing out papers to the kids like a drug dealer, he's always standing in the dark to illustrate his shady behavior. And when he's exposed at the end of the film by his father, he's the only one standing in the light, while the others are in the dark. Inspiration for detailed lighting techniques came from movies and TV shows, like using just a sliver of light to illuminate a character similar to this scene in Apocalypse Now. And this scene, when Jesper confronts the bully, was inspired by Breaking Bad. It's important that the backgrounds also look three-dimensional and follow the same lighting pattern as the characters, so they used color keys as a guide.
They're quick doodles, they don't have a lot of detail, but they tell you exactly what the light direction is and how it's going to affect both characters and backgrounds.
For example, this color key shows how Jesper and Alva will be backlit by the sun coming through the window. And this one shows a progression of how the light will change on Alva as she steps towards Jesper. To make the backgrounds pop and appear 3D like the characters, the animators used several different techniques, such as multiplanes, where you have layers on top of layers to give the illusion of depth.